Welcome, everyone. Today, we are diving deep into what could very well be the new king of family EVs, the 2026 Kia EV9. And look, this thing is way more than just a people mover. We're talking about a seriously tech-packed, long-range SUV that's really designed to shake things up. So let's see if it actually lives up to all that hype. Okay, let's jump right in. Why is everyone talking about this EV? Well, it's pretty simple. It's a full-size, three-row SUV. And it's not just another car hitting the market. No, Kia is really trying to redefine the whole category with this one. And you know what? As we're about to see, they've got some pretty compelling reasons to back that up. So let's talk about Kia's new electric flagship. What exactly makes the EV9 their electric crown jewel? Let's break it down. So the EV9 is a third-generation, three-row, all-electric SUV from Kia, and it's positioned right at the top as their flagship EV. It's all built on Kia's super advanced eGMP platform. Now, if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same award-winning foundation that the awesome EV6 is built on. And that platform is the secret sauce, really. It's what allows for things like crazy fast charging and that huge flat floor interior. And get this, to keep up with what's going to be massive demand, they're even building it right in the US over at their plant in Georgia. Okay, so what's new for 2026? You know, Kia didn't just phone it in and release the same car again. Nope, they've actually added some really practical and frankly exciting updates that you're definitely going to want to hear about. Just look at this list of updates. There's a new Nightfall Edition that brings a slick new design and a performance pack. They've improved the all-electric range, always a good thing, and they've added a new terrain mode for snow, mud, and sand. We'll touch on that in a sec, plus some exclusive new colors. But here's the kicker, the one everyone's been waiting for. Standard Tesla Supercharger compatibility. That is a massive, massive deal for anyone who does road trips. And of course, you still get to choose between 6-seat and 7-seat layouts. So let's dig into that terrain mode for a second. This isn't just some gimmick or a button on the dashboard. What it does is it intelligently adjusts how the power is delivered to the wheels for specific conditions. Think snow, mud, or even sand. It's a really smart system that's designed to give you actual confidence when you decide to venture off that perfect, smooth pavement. All right, now for the part everybody really wants to know about, power, performance, and range. Let's get into the numbers that are going to power your journey and really define what it's like to drive the EV9. And it all starts right here, a massive 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery. I mean, that is a big battery, and it's the absolute foundation for the EV9's seriously impressive range and its performance. So what does that huge battery get you? Well, it delivers where it really counts. We're talking an estimated range of around 305 miles for the light long-range trim. That's on a single charge. But you know, range is only half the battle, right? What about charging? Well, this is where that 800-volt architecture I mentioned earlier becomes a total game changer. It lets the EV9 juice up from 10 to 80% in just about 24 minutes. Seriously, that's basically just enough time to run in, grab a coffee, and get right back on the highway. So let's take a quick look at how that range breaks down by trim. As we said, the light long range is your max range champion at about 305 miles. But even if you step up to the all-wheel drive wind and land trims, you're still looking at a very respectable 283 miles. And the top-tier GT line gets around 280. Honestly, any of those are more than enough for daily driving and pretty much any weekend trip you can think of. And again, I really can't overstate how important this next part is. With standard compatibility for Tesla Superchargers, that whole range anxiety thing, it's basically a non-issue. Having easy access to that huge, reliable network is just a massive real-world advantage. And don't think for a second this SUV is just about efficiency. Oh no, it's powerful. The all-wheel drive versions are packing around 378 horsepower, which gives you that instant, effortless acceleration that we all love in modern EVs. Plus, it can tow. We're talking about a capacity of around 2,500 kilograms in the UK, so it can easily handle a small trailer for your weekend adventures. Okay, let's move inside, because the cabin is arguably one of the EV9's biggest selling points. I mean, this is a space that was designed from the ground up for family, for comfort, and for some pretty cutting-edge tech. And one of the coolest things in here is the flexibility. You get to choose your layout. You can go for this super luxurious 6-seat setup, with those lounge-style captain's chairs in the second row for ultimate comfort. Or if you've got a bigger crew, you can opt for the more practical 7-seat bench configuration to maximize your passenger space. When you sit down, the first thing you notice is this beautiful, huge, seamless screen that stretches across the dash. It's got your gauges, your infotainment, everything. You combine that with a premium sound system and a full suite of advanced driver assist systems, and the whole cabin just feels like this comfortable, high-tech command center for your family. Okay, now for the bottom line. The question everyone's been waiting for. How much does all this cost? And what's our final verdict on the 2026 EV9? So here are the starting MSRPs for the US. The EV9 Lite SR kicks things off at about $54,900. From there, it moves up through the light long range, the wind, and the land trims, all the way to the top-of-the-line GT line at around $71,900. So there's a pretty good range of options there. Just a quick note, prices in other places, like the UK, will probably be a bit higher because of taxes and different specs. Which brings us to our verdict. Look, the EV9 is a serious contender. It's a premium, do-it-all electric SUV that really plants its flag firmly in the ground. It's not just another option to consider. No, this is a direct challenger to the established players, and it absolutely has the features to back it all up. So to wrap this all up, what are the key things to remember? The 2026 Kia EV9 is super spacious with that third row. It's got great real-world range. And thanks to that Tesla Supercharger compatibility, you can pretty much charge it anywhere. You add in the premium design of something like the Nightfall Edition, its all-wheel drive capability with terrain mode, and all the different trim options, and what you've got is a seriously compelling package. And that really leaves us with one final question for you. Is the 2026 Kia EV9 the absolute best electric family SUV out there? Or do you think the alternatives, like the Tesla Model X or Y, or maybe the Volvo EX90, still have the edge? We really want to know what you think. Let us know your choice and, more importantly, why down in the comments.